So let's now get from strategy and approach to tactics. I got a really interesting email from Eric and Colleen. I think Eric and Colleen are a couple that watch the show. And what Eric and Colleen wrote to me about was the new Democratic talking points. They seem to understand that Democrats have been falling to Republicans in many cases because Republicans much more effectively play on fear and anger, and that Republican talking points just naturally lend themselves more to that. And Eric and Colleen wrote to me and said, David, if we want to develop on the left the same motivating fear and anger that the Republican Party does, we need to change our messaging. Now, Eric and Colleen say it doesn't even matter if our messaging is true. Republicans lie all the time. So my question to you as I go through these possible talking points that Eric and Colleen suggested is, how do we feel about using talking points that we know in some cases aren't true? Is that taking the low road and we don't want to do it? But here are the new talking points that Eric and Colleen suggest should be repeated and repeated and repeated in 2022 and 2024. On abortion, okay, these are hypothetical talking points. On abortion, Republicans want to force you to have babies, and they will create a dangerous and expensive black market of back alley abortions. It's not really an exaggeration, actually. It's using maybe hyperbolic language, but that one isn't wrong. On guns, Republicans will make it so easy to get guns that every criminal will be armed, and many of those will be armed with semi-automatics outfitted with high-capacity magazines. Every criminal will be armed. It's an exaggeration, but certainly the right wants to make it really easy to get guns. On immigration, Republicans will shut down the borders. Women and children who are fleeing violence are going to die at the border of disease and starvation or be sent back to death in their home countries. It's hyperbolic, but it plays on fear and it plays on anger. Education. Republicans will take control away from school boards and implement a federal government curriculum. It won't be based in science. It won't be based in accurate historical realities. It's going to be alternative facts, lies, and Christianity, and they will impose it on your children. Okay. On the pandemic, Republicans will not allow enforcement of any safety measure. They will ban mask requirements. They will ban vaccine requirements, and they are going to allow this or a future pandemic to run rampant. They will allow innocent Americans to keep dying just to avoid implementing any regulations. On deregulation, Republicans are going to let poison and sewage pour into our water systems. They're going to build more fossil fuel plants near your homes, and there will be more respiratory disease and cancer as a result. On inequality, Republicans will allow wealth concentration to deepen, and it will destroy the middle class. That one seems just pretty sober, actually. On taxes, Republicans will continue to allow the rich and corporations to get away with paying no taxes or close to it. The rich will get richer, concentration of power will become worse, and it will crush the middle class. And lastly, on infrastructure, the talking point proposed by Eric and Colleen is our infrastructure, roads, electrical grid, military, educational system, it will be bankrupt thanks to the rich and corporations paying almost no taxes. This is more hyperbolic language than Democrats and the left tend to use. It's mostly accurate with some exaggerations. How do you feel about it? Do Democrats and does the left need to find talking points to generate that exact same type of fear and anger that the right does with out and out lies? And if the answer is yes, the left needs to do that, does the left need to do it without exaggeration and without hyperbole, or is it okay to do it the way Eric and Colleen are suggesting? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what talking points you think the left should adopt. You can find me on Twitter @dpacman, and we'll be back with more right after this.